Am I concerned with the body count? As I said before, but tied to something else, I think it's some whole shit. In my mind, I'm just like, what she done before me isn't my concern. I think it only becomes my concern if it becomes an issue that starts pouring out into other things. So, like say, if she's ashamed of her body count, I feel like that's a conversation.
Yeah.
Because you shouldn't feel ashamed with what you do or what you did in the past. Maybe personally, but I feel like you kind of have to give me the opportunity to show you that it's okay, so you don't have to feel that kind of way. But I feel like stuff like that just plays onto people's insecurities. To me, it's unimportant unless it's important to her.
Yeah, and then becomes important an us thing.
And I think it's important. I think if it's important to her, it's because she's got issues with it.
Yeah.
But you know that don't really have anything to do with me because that was before me. I've never really been one to understand why a person would feel a certain type of way about it if that happened.
As you said, I think that's society's input, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
On things. Because I'm pretty much with you. For me, I was very much what happened before me is not my concern. And like in the sense that you had your life before me. Before I met you, it had nothing to do with me. Now that I've met you, why does it automatically have something to do with me? Unless, like you said, unless it pours into our relationship, it doesn't concern me like that. So for me, it's more of a thing where, how can I put it? Like if I am with you and you're gonna say, oh yeah, but there's been like 15, 20 people, cool.
Yeah.
My concerns are, is there anything that came with it? That's where my real issues lie, because you could have had, yeah. But my thing is, all right, you could say, oh, but I've been with like 50 girls. Okay, but if you were safe with them 50 girls, that's your business. Yeah, unless there's dramas that come with it. But you could have been with 3 girls and come up with a whole heap of things. You could have dramas, STDs, and the rest.
But then, does that past become your present?
Only if it's something that impacts on me now. And when I say that, obviously, if you're carrying around an STD, that could definitely be my present.
Do you honestly think that most people that have been licked down with an STD and they're entering a new relationship, do you honestly think that they're going to come in and tell them, yo, I've been spiked?
No.
So it would be nice.
It would be nice
if they let you know.
Of course.
But the reality is,
the reality is, and I think, and even then, all right, I think it's only the major things. I.e., when I say major, I'm talking about like your HIV and your AIDS. Yeah.
What about herpes? And
no, but the reason why I'm sticking with them two is because I'm sure, correct me if I'm wrong, anybody out there, but I'm sure with the AIDS and HIV, it became a legal thing where if you got into a thing with somebody physically or sexually, I should say, you are supposed to let them know by law, because then if you, I don't know if that's maybe just in America or whatever, but if you got into a relationship, you became sexual and they didn't tell you, and you obviously it's down to you whether it's protected or unprotected. But if you were happy to say, all right, cool, I'm gonna go in unprotected, and they have not warned you in advance, you could take them to court. You could sue them. There's a whole load behind, because they're aware, and a lot of them are on medication and blah 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 for it. Whereas other things, they might not even know that they've got it. Yeah, there's certain things that can still go undetected for a long period of time, or just forever. I think as a female as well, it's I suppose it's society's thing that has been pushed onto us, that you just naturally expect, to a degree, men's account to be somewhat higher or whatever, yeah, because they seem to be allowed to be more outward sexually, right? Whereas women have always been more condemned. If they've got a high body count, they're condemned. If a man's got it, they're congratulated. That whole thing that's been going on for years.
Yeah.
Me personally, again, you've done what you've done. Like, if, for all you know, every time you step out, whether it be with your partner or on your own, they could have slept with 100 people standing around you, and you may never know. Yeah, they could have slept with 2 people, and you know everything that's gone on between them. That's down to the relationship you and your partner have. But for me, anything's about respect. So if there's something that kind of can run in, like, I mean, if you've had encounter with somebody, and for the rest of your life that person don't seem to want to let you go and keeps wanting to chase you down, then you may want to tell me that, because ain't no one trying to have that issue, and that's more on the drama side of things. But if it's a thing that is all contained with you and it don't have to bother me, that is your business. You handle it, you deal with it. I just want to know that you kind of come correct, come safe with me, and anything that we choose to do, that we can be open and trusting with each other that way. But anything prior to me and prior to you, I feel like, unless, as I said, unless that person's involved still in your life in any way, shape or form, or there's anything that can outpour into your relationship, it doesn't really matter. Because like I said, you could sleep with a whole heap of people and you could have done it safely, or to the best of your ability, you could have slept with 2 people and ended up with a whole heap of things. So who's to say what's better, sleeping with 50 people and getting nothing, or sleeping with 2 people and ending up with a whole load of STDs? Do you see what I mean? It's not naturally that because you slept with a higher number means that you're guaranteed to have anything. Yeah, the chances are broader just because there's more people, but it's also down to the people you pick. Yeah. So that's the big thing for me.
What if you had a body count of 150?
I was going to ask you the same thing. I'm not going to lie. When you said it again, I was thinking, I mean, if she got them higher numbers, is it the same? I mean,
if she's got numbers on the board.
I mean, like, I'm not going to lie. When I've read things like in magazines and this, like, I've had sex with her, I'm like, yo, you have got energy and time, my friend.
Yeah. And you know what? I ain't got neither, especially not for no numbers.
But then the thing is, when numbers are high like that, I just think you have some different levels of issues